Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 3.2.2 on major and minor intervals. So, we've been talking about perfect and major intervals, which are found in the major scale, but there are more intervals than exist in the major scale. So, to get some more, we can take each of our four major intervals, the major second, major third, major sixth, major seventh, and shrinking them by half steps. So, major second goes to minor second. Major third goes to minor third. Major sixth goes to minor sixth. Major 7 goes to minor 7. And we'll gradually add more and more of these in the Artusi exercises until hopefully you're comfortable distinguishing all of these different intervals. Notice that you need to keep the letter names the same. So like F to A, in order to be a third, it still needs to be some kind of F to A, so you have to write a minor third as F to A flat. F to G sharp would be an augmented second. We're not going to worry about augmented intervals quite yet. It's coming soon. But yeah, F to G sharp wouldn't be a minor third because it's not a third at all. When you're labeling intervals by hand, use abbreviations. So, I don't think we've actually seen it, but if you had a fifth, like you would call it a perfect fifth, capital P5, and up here you see capital M for major, lowercase m for minor. If you're bad at writing M's that look different, like my capital M's are bigger and spiky, my lowercase m's are smaller and rounded, but if they look pretty similar, or if I tell you your M's look pretty similar, I can't tell what they are. For the lowercase m, just write a horizontal bar above it, so I know it's a tiny m. So, if you want to determine if an interval is perfect, major, or minor, first you need to tell if it's category 1 or category 2. If it's category 1 and it's in the major scale, you're done. Great! If it's not in the major scale, then that's not something we've learned yet, and you don't have to worry about it quite yet. Coming soon to a music theory lesson near you. Figuratively, not necessarily physically. If it's category 2, you want to think about the lower note as scale degree 1 of a major scale. Ask yourself, is the upper note in the major scale? If so, great, it's a major interval. Is the upper note 1/2 step lower than the major scale? If so, it's a minor interval. Great! If it's neither of these, it's something we haven't learned yet, and you don't need to worry about it yet. So that's a lot of steps. Let's go through and do some examples. So here we have F and D flat. This is a sixth, so it's going to be a category 2 major type interval. The lower note is F. F major is 1 flat, so that's not in the major scale. But it is 1/2 step lower than D, which is F to D would be a major sixth, so F to D flat is a minor sixth. Here's another example, example 2. We have an E flat and an A flat. This is a fourth, so category 1. And if E flat is 1, then A flat is 4. Great, perfect fourth, done. Here we have E to B flat, that's a fifth, so that's going to be a perfect type interval. If E is 1, then B is 5. So this is not in the E major scale, so we don't know what it is yet. Oh well, bye. Here's another example. Is this our last example? Do we have one more? Oh, this one we get to talk about a little bit. Okay, so this is a third, so it's going to be category 2. D sharp is the lower note. The key of D sharp major is... The key of D sharp major. That's not a real key. If you've looked at theoretical keys, then you may be equipped to deal with this. But assuming we haven't, okay, so we have a couple different solutions we can use. Solution 1, we can use enharmonics. Actually, there are 3 solutions. I've only written 2 here, but I'll also show you a third one. So solution 1 is enharmonics. D sharp is the same as E flat, so you can rewrite the interval. D sharp to E flat, you need to keep it a third, so the top note needs to be some kind of G. F sharp is the same as G flat. Okay, great. So now we have a third over here, and E flat is a real key. If E flat is 1, then G is 3, so G flat is a half step lower, so that's going to be a minor third. So that means that this interval, which is exactly the same interval, they sound the same, is going to be a minor third as well. Solution 2, which is not actually written in this book yet, it will be soon, is look at your D sharp, F sharp, and say, hey, I don't know what D sharp is, but I know what D major is, so I could lower both of these by a half step, take the sharps away, and say, oh, well, key of D has two sharps, one of which is F sharp, so D to F sharp would be a third, a major third, so D to F is a minor third, and you get the same answer. Final solution is counting half steps. This solution is easier for smaller intervals, and it's easier if you have access to a physical piano keyboard, or if you're familiar enough with the piano keyboard that you can just have one in your mind and go like boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay. Count the number of half steps between the note and consult this table. So you want to be careful that in this case, you don't count the first note. So this is slightly different than counting intervals. But if there are 0 half steps between the notes, you have a perfect unison. That makes sense. If you go from, let me see this, yeah. So if you go from one note, if there's just one half step, then that's a half step, also known as minor second. You go, so you've gone up 2 half steps. That's going to be a major second, etc., etc. So that gives you perfect major, minor intervals in terms of half steps. So if that's the easiest solution for you, go for it. And again, all this information applies to compound intervals as well. You just need to reduce it to a simple interval first to know if it's category 1 or category 2, whether it's a perfect type interval or a major type interval. That's what I have for now, and I will see you next time.